Hum. How futile to project notions of being and non-being upon an uninformed and inconceivable reality continuum. What misery to cling to delusions of a substantial reality. Atone in the spaciousness of formless, concept-free pleasure. How pointless to project notions of purity and impurity upon Kuntu Zangpo, who transcends all moral qualities. How guilt-ridden are those who cling to moral dualities. Atone in the spaciousness of Kungzang's pure pleasure. How exhausting to cling to notions of self and others in the sameness where superiority and inferiority cannot be. What anxiety to cling to the duality of success and failure. Atone in the spaciousness of the pure pleasure of sameness. How futile to cling to concepts of this life and the next when the bodhisattva's mind is free of birth and dying. What anxiety lies in obsession with birth and death? Atone in the spaciousness of the deathless swastika. How foolish to project concepts of concrete form and substance upon the cosmic seed that has no corners or edges. What boredom lies in the limitations of squares and rectangles? Atone in the spaciousness of the all-embracing spherical nucleus. How stupid it is to project notions of beginning and end in the timeless, unchangeable dimension of past, present, and future. What misery lies in the duality of transformation and gradual change? Atone in the spaciousness of unchanging past, present, and future. How pointless to project causal relationships upon primal awareness, naturally arising without strain or accomplishment. What grief lies in distinguishing effort from attainment. Atone in the spaciousness of effortless spontaneity. How exhausting to cling to concepts of subject and object in total awareness, neither eternal nor temporal. What misery to separate time from eternity. Atone in the spaciousness of total awareness. How futile it is to hold mental and physical pain distinct in the formless, pristine reality beyond conception. What anxiety to separate center from circumference. Atone in the spaciousness of the immaculately real. How pointless the concepts of inside and out in the Buddha's boundless palace that has no measure. What folly to differentiate length from breadth. Atone in the spaciousness without measure or dimension. How meaningless are the projections of above and below in the celestial matrix that has no height nor depth. What foolishness to dualize high and low. Atone in the spaciousness of the dimensionless yoni. How exhausting to project notions of inside and out in the Dhammakaya that resolves every duality. What misery to distinguish vessel and contents. Atone in the spaciousness of immutable Dhammakaya. How pitiful are sentient beings, deluded and ignorant, conceiving fluid, formless events as concrete reality. Man's bewildered mind, how sadly errant. In an unborn reality projecting notions of I and mine, failing to see the illusory enchantment of phenomenal existence, he hankers after possessions and wealth. Failing to realize the insubstantiality of samsara, he clings forever to equally deluded friends and relations. Man's imperceptive intellect, how sadly errant. Forsaking the value of truth, striving in unhealthy activity, ignoring the exemplar's injunction, beguiled by irrelevant attractions, forgetting the primacy of awareness, obsessed by idle pleasures, how pitiful are sentient beings who have lost their way. Atone in the spaciousness of non-discrimination.